So I picked up off everyone's favorite retailer this power supply. This comes from the people who supply us with the smiling boxes, but just wanted to check it out and see how it would work for CB. I don't know how clear of a electrical signal it'll send, but I've already attached a power cable to it. It's got supposedly it's a 12 volt adjustable from, I think they said 10 volts to 15 volts, and it runs on 110 or 220, and it's rated at 12 volts 30 amps. I don't think I'll ever need 30 amps, but it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So anyway, let's see if I can zoom in on this and show you. Come on, focus for me. Okay. No, it's not going to want to focus for me, is it? Been having trouble with this camera. It's an old camera. Getting it to focus. I guess that's as good as it's going to get. So this little pot right here is what you would use to adjust the power output. This little LED illuminates when it's plugged in, and it's got these are the 3 positive DC terminals, and then move it over. These are there's 3 negative DC terminals. So if you want to know how voltage works, AC DC, and I'm not talking about the Rock Band, you can Google that and find out how that all relates. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and test it and see what kind of voltage I can get, and we'll come back as soon as I have everything set up. Okay, I think I'm all set up now. Let's go ahead and power this on. Now I did notice that the fan is quite noisy. I don't know if you can hear that in the video, but we'll go ahead and we will set my leads in there. So right now it's reading 11.67 volts. So we're going to go ahead and adjust this pot all the way up and see how many volts I get out of it. You can hear the fan kick up when you turn up the volts. So right now 16.09 volts. We'll turn it down to the minimal voltage, and we get to, I'd call that 11 volts, 10.9, 11 volts. I think I'm going to put this at 13 volts. Just because when if you're running a mobile CB unit and you're driving a car, your alternator is going to charge your car around 13 to 14 volts. So, and that's what your battery voltage usually is nominally. I know they call it a 12 volt system, but usually it's a nominal around 13 to 14 volts. And that has to do with the charging cycle of the alternator. I'm going to call that good. That's probably as good as I'm going to get it with this cheap Chinesium power supply. So, well, now I get the power supply, I got a CB. Now all I need to do is get an antenna and coax. And hopefully next video I'll have that.